it really was a very hard read, a 460-page report. Now, let me quote from it. This was from one nurse. We've had cardiac arrests in the corridor and cubicles blocked by patients on trolleys in front of them delaying life-saving CPR. Despite these never events, we still are obliged to deliver care in the corridor. And this from another nurse. I had to change an incontinent, frail patient with dementia on the corridor by the vending machine. It was undignifying, she said. Felt so bad at the same time. It was my duty to deliver care. And that word, undignified, comes up time and again in this RCN report. People dying and not being discovered. I mean, actually, last week I reported on a patient who took their own life while in a corridor on a trolley. And the fact is, this corridor care has become normalised. In this hospital, for instance, they've even gone so far as to put sockets along the wall so machines can be plugged in and patients can charge their phones. They're given bottles of water and sandwiches because they can't have trays. And this, we filmed this in the summer. And in fact, the RCN's General Secretary says they call it corridor care, but it's misleading, perhaps she says deliberately so, because the care is taking place not just in corridors, but in storerooms, as you said, in car parks, offices, even toilets.
Well, the government's promised to turn the NHS around, so how have they responded to this?
The Health Secretary, Wes Streeting, said patients had been let down by the continued normalisation of corridor care and by ambulances taking hours to arrive. But he couldn't promise that there would be no treatment taking place in corridors next winter. And he admitted it is unsafe, it's undignified. And as you would expect, he also said it was a consequence of 14 years of failure on the NHS. Now, I think this is a gamble the government has been prepared to take, that the public, at least for this winter, will not blame Labour. But that is a short-term strategy, and you can probably only get away with it for maybe about 9 months before the accountability for these sort of scenes is placed firmly at the doors whose watch this falls on.